Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about confidence, and I'll be giving you guys just like some thoughts and tips about how to become more confident. So let's get in. I just wanted to talk about confidence because I feel like my journey to being super confident within myself, not necessarily that it took a while, but I think that there are certain like pivotal things that really made me confident within myself. So I would say I have three like key things that I felt like made me confident. The first was living alone. Not only was it just like, wow, I have to do everything by myself, it was also just not having that dependency of having someone to do things with, or like being confident in the choices that I'm making, rather it's something as small as what I'm wearing, or I don't know, just only being able to depend on myself because I lived alone. So it wasn't like there was someone there with me, and I think that definitely I think that was my biggest like leap into confidence. I ended up doing a lot of things alone, which was really nice actually. I think people are so afraid to just like, I don't know what that was, but I think people are so afraid to just do stuff by themselves, and I'm like, why? It's really not that scary. I go to events by myself. I would go get food by myself. I do stuff by myself. I mean, now I have my boyfriend, but even like today, he's at work, so if I want to do anything, I'm probably gonna do it by myself, because I do have friends. I don't want to make it seem like I don't, but I mean, obviously everybody's work schedules don't just coincide, so you can't just always hang out with your friends and stuff. So I do a lot of stuff alone, and I think I gained that confidence to do things alone by living alone. I just think that when you live alone, you just learn to really trust your judgment and stand on it, and not have to sit and be like, well, I wonder what this person thinks, or I wonder what they want to eat, or how do they feel about this thing. So I definitely would recommend living alone if you haven't and if you can. My second thing that I feel like gave me a whole lot more confidence than I even realized at the time is having short hair. So when I had short blonde hair, and at first I was like, I loved it, and it was short, but it was still, I still had some length. And then at one point, so I was going out of the country, and so we dyed my hair, and then a few weeks later, it was already growing back. So we dyed it again because my roots looked like they were just too dark. So we dyed it again. I wake up the next morning and I basically have like no hair. Like there's hair, but it's just like a boy haircut. Like it just fell out because we bleached it twice in a very short amount of time. So at first I loved it. I really did. It was like short, it was straight, and it was like bleached white blonde nearly. When I started to not like it is when it became natural. And I will say I love natural hair, but let me just explain. I have had perms for so long that I forgot that I have very thick hair. Like my hair is like nothing to play with at all. So now I just have this blonde, like super coarse, like if there's a number under 4C, best believe it is me. My hair is so thick. So my hair is like that now, and my hair hasn't been that thick since I was a kid. I remember like I was like 6 last time my hair was this thick, because I've gotten perms and it just changed the texture of my hair. So when I went blonde and it all came out, now my hair is completely grown back naturally. So it was just a really big like transition, because I didn't even think about that's how my hair would go back. I didn't know what kind of products to use. I just didn't like it at all for quite like a long time, I would say. And Another thing was that I was so used to my hair being straight that I would sleep with like a scarf on to tie it down, but my hair is curly, so it looked terrible for a while. And then I was at that time still somewhat in the blog world, so I was taking a lot of pictures still, and I'm like, I just did not like how I looked at all. Like, I hated it. I really hated it. But eventually I figured out how to do my natural hair. And then I think with taking pictures so much, I mean, I already take a lot of pictures, but I was taking a lot of pictures during that time. I just got super confident because I was like, this is what I look like without long hair, without any hair at this point. These are my facial features. There is really not much I can do about it. So how about I just work on learning my angles, learning how to be confident with what I really look like without makeup, especially with short hair. I look like my nephew. So it was just a big learning, definitely a big learning experience there. But I think that's where I gained most of my confidence, because you see so many girls with long, beautiful hair, and I think that especially in the Black community, hair is such a big thing that, you know, having longer hair is almost like like you know how people say good hair and shit like that. So having long hair it makes you so quote unquote beautiful. So I don't know, that was a big learning experience, and definitely a big confidence booster, because you really can't hide from what you look like. The next thing I would say, which kind of stems from short hair, but in general, I think taking pictures all the time definitely gave me confidence, because again, I just learned my face. I learned what I look like and how, like, what angles are best for me. And I mean, obviously when y'all see me, y'all see my double chin. I don't give a fuck on my videos, but in my pictures, I just learned like what angles work best. I don't know, I just think even just, I guess, taking pictures of yourself and kind of studying yourself and how you look just allows you to have more appreciation for yourself. Like, I don't know if I would have said this a few years ago, but now I love the shape of my face. But I don't know that I felt like that a few years ago. And I know that growing up, I didn't necessarily feel ugly, but I definitely didn't feel pretty. So I feel like just taking pictures gave me an extra confidence within myself. And now there's nothing nobody can tell me. So I think another thing too, like if you're not someone that wants to take pictures of themselves all the time, or I don't really like this. Actually, never mind, that's a lie. Anyways, so if you're not someone that wants to take pictures of themselves all the time, or whatever the case may be, I think fake it till you make it can definitely apply to this, because I think if you fake your confidence, it's like it'll eventually just seem like it's real, to be honest. If you walk around like Queen Bee that's untouchable, then people will believe that you're that. And then once they start treating you and you just start feeling it, eventually that'll be your reality. Like you will be confident. And I guess my last point would be learn everything that you can, because one reason why I feel like I am so confident is because I know things. Like, I know facts. Like, you can't argue with me about facts. So even if I'm not necessarily confident having to say it, I know that what I'm saying is true. Like, because I've learned things. Like, I don't know, my boyfriend would tell you I know so many random things and he doesn't think they're useful, but I just feel like the more I know, the more I can speak confidently on things, especially like in a work environment or whatever the case may be. Just having that confidence of being able to speak on something and know that it's a fact and you can't argue with me about the facts. So that would be my advice to anybody that's struggling with figuring out I guess how to be confident, because it can be a daunting process, but I think that if you really just focus on wanting to be confident, it'll come to you, kind of like a manifestation thing. If you focus on it and just do things that make you feel like you're in charge, I feel like eventually confidence will come to you. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.